Stopping at the bus stop, look at his mugshot. He looks like he's been mugged off. Woken up at night by the guard dogs. Plus he got a pile of old broken up. I can't even be bothered to read a book, to write clean or to cook. I feel like I'm Steve McQueen on foot. Look in my cupboards, nothing but cheese and custard, and my feet reek like Dijon mustard. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Davina McCall!
Trip. I'm McCall and this is Big Brother's Big Mouth. Thanks, Shiv. Joining us here in the Big Mouth studio is a man who recently came in at #1 in a poll of funny men who look like pretty lesbians. It's the delicious Matthew Horn! And because Matthew Horn is so pretty, we thought we'd better even up the balance by booking the most grotesque man on TV. This man wasn't just hit by the ugly stick. He was beaten down by the whole ugly forest. It's John McCreary!
It's only a
this man, he's a legend! He's a legend! And this bunch of chundercats is the sexy Big Mouth audience. OK, time for some BB business. B was surprised how difficult it was when she finally got round to fisting Lisa.
There's only so far that you can penetrate with Lisa. She lets people in to a certain point.
Anyone notice that Big Ears hasn't been the same since Noddy killed himself in that car crash? Did anyone see Dogface dress up as George Lamb? And finally, David does his best to remind people that comedy was very different in 1975. So what a week it's been in the Big Brother house. Oh, we've had a wicked task, not one, but two awesome arguments. Amazing. We've seen all 10 housemates face the public vote. We've witnessed some man-on-man love going bad, and then you decided that you'd had enough of Hera and dropped an eviction notice on her cake-eating ass. She's going to be joining us later, where we're going to be chatting about all the hardcore action from the last 7 days. And if you lot sat at home want to get involved with the action, just drop the spam, Flynn, and send us a text or an email. I know, I did just say so. I'm just going to say it again, just in case somebody didn't catch it. Spam javelin! All the details, drop it! All the details are on your screen right now, just under my boobarellas. These bodacious things just here. Yeah, thanks. Listen, did the right person go tonight, do you think?
What's a spam javelin?
Spam javelin.
You can certainly hold my spam javelin.
Thank you. Thanks, John. Thank you. There you go, Matthew. That's what a spam javelin is.
What, John McCreary?
Did the right person go? Do you think?
For her sake, I think so, yeah. The public were voting for who should be saved, and I feel like Hera was saved tonight from those animals. She's such a sweet girl.
What about you, John?
It really made no difference, is it? That she has gone makes no difference whatsoever to the whole dimension of the house.
But do you have any feelings about her as a housemate?
None at all. She never came on. Nice girl.
You're going to miss her?
No, of course you're not. Nice girl, harmless, non-contributor. How on earth she ever got in the house in the first place, I don't know. Why didn't she live up to her audition tapes, which made her interesting? What happened to her? And
John,
even a few minutes ago...
when she comes in here.
No, but even a few minutes ago with you, she had something to say for herself.
Listen, did the right person go tonight? OK, over here.
For once, I'll agree with John. I think Hera was the obvious choice because she's not made really any contribution apart from...
But what about the Alison Wonderland?
Cupcake?
She was a legend!
She was lovely, OK, and the only reason why she's gone is because she wasn't a right two-faced cow, to be honest. Lisa should have gone.
Yeah, so you're saying that Lisa was the two-faced cow, not B, that most people have been talking about.
B's definitely two-faced. Her favourite word in the house is duplicitous, and she's the most duplicitous.
I love B.
She's the best! I want to talk about B a little bit later later on in the show, but let's just discuss Hera. Was she right for that house or not? I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that she's a lovely person. But do we agree? Go on.
Too simple.
What do you mean by that, though?
She
what
didn't
do you mean by
do
that?
anything. She just kind of like mooched around doing those stupid
But
exercises.
hang on a minute. She entertained us with her singing.
I think she was really good. She was really sweet. She wasn't two-faced, but she had a good time. And what
about this? Let's not forget this. Boyd. Hi, Boyd Hilton
hello,
from Heat
Tina.
magazine.
Thank
Are
you.
you going to miss Hera?
I won't miss her, no one's going to miss her, but she did bury her head in a giant muffin thing for 5.5 hours. Let's give the girl some credit,
Yeah.
for God's sake. And she is a bit like an aubergine as well.
An aubergine.
I do that every day, burying my head in food for 5.5 hours. So what's the difference?
What, is that
there?
booby?
No, well, as well, booby as well.
So Hera is out. Who do you think is going to be the next one to go? Lisa. Do you think, but is she going to get nominated? Don't forget, she was only nominated tonight because everybody was put up for eviction, but she's never had a nomination before. So are they going to nominate her? Who are they going to nominate?
The way that she's been manipulating that David guy, now is going to be her time to go, I think.
And because she does seem to be slightly outnumbered, Lisa and David against everybody else. I don't see how they're going to manage to stay in there. What do you think?
I definitely think it's going to be Lisa going next. I think all the arguments that have been going on has really come to a head this week.
But I've thought in the past few weeks, Marcus has been a very unpopular housemate. What happens if Lisa's up against B or Lisa's up against Marcus? Who's going? Wait. What did you just say? What did you just say?
It's a very unpopular thing, but I love Marcus. He's such a moaning...
No, listen. I don't think that's that shocking. Marcus has been slightly growing
He's got
on me.
sideburns.
John
He's got sideburns. Good old Marcus.
Look, Marcus is fashioning the same sort of sideburns as you.
Isn't it terrible?
And you could take a leaf out of Siavash's book and just do a little plait. I don't know.
Isn't it terrible? But
What do you
Marcus
think? Do you like
represents
him?
all us with sideburns, isn't it dreadful?
No, but seriously-
He's self-centred, he sulks, he moans, he groans, he plots. A bit like me, really, but it is awful.
But
he
do you like
represents
him?
us. Well, I keep him in because I love people with sideburns. They're men, real men.
But then, Matthew, what do you think? Do you think that it's good to have people that are, controversial characters in the house because they add flavour and...
I think so. I think, and that's the nature of Big Brother. And that's what you need to keep things going. But I don't think Marcus is the biggest culprit of that. I quite like him, and not for his sideburns.
And what do you like him for, then?
Just the voluminous hair.
You know when it's all down and it's out?
It's incredible.
It's incredible. And have you noticed...
He's been brushing
Paul
it in bed today.
He's in front of him, on the pillow. I noticed that. And, I was just thinking, like, poor Marcus is having to brush his own ponytail now that Noreen's gone. He doesn't have anyone to brush his ponytail anymore. What?
B's always following him around the place.
Yeah, but is B the new Noreen?
Yes.
Who thinks that? I mean, what about her mixed messages that she's giving to Halfwit? 1 minute she's saying to Halfwit, no.
I actually think that B quite fancies Marcus, And I think she actually, deep down, would probably give him one.
Yes, no! Did you see all that? Did you...
No, let's think about that.
This is Grace Dent and Emma Kennedy, both fantastic writers. Just wanted to say BB fans.
And Twitterers. I actually like B. And I know that's an unpopular view, but I actually think I like a strong woman, and I like the fact that, she gets things out in the open.
I hate them. I cannot stand strong, bossy women. Who wants a strong, bossy woman? They're terrible.
Who wants a strong, bossy woman?
There you are, you say.
Do you like B? Because she's a strong boss. Oh, you've got your own strong bossy woman.
Hey, let me tell you about B. She is brilliant.
She is. You love
Brilliant.
her?
Yeah,
Why do you love her?
Oh, God, she makes no messing, does she?
She doesn't take any messages.
The first thing
but she won't
about her
let
was
it lie.
Ken.
She's like a terrier.
Yeah,
I mean, an argument just starts dying down, and then she has to go back in for one more bit. It's good for the house, but...
Yeah, but when you think
anyway.
of flower power and hippies and all that sort of thing, free love, and along comes B...
I know, hello, the antithesis. Anyway, time now for a quick break. Why not use it to spend some one-on-one time with Penosaurus Rex, and we'll see you in a bit for a bit more Big Mouth. That's a William.
Right, viewers of Big Brother's Big Mouth, run to your windows and shout... I forgot.
own Beauty and the Beast. It's Matthew Horn and John McCririck. And this bunch of sextroverts. Now, I've come up with a little bit of a theory. I think that when Hera auditioned for Big Brother, she actually thought she was auditioning for Britain's Got Talent. And with a voice like hers, I think she'd at least have made it to the semi-finals. She's paid the price for being nice, and she's here to take her big mouth medicine. Make some noise for Hera! Stop. That was great. That's great, Hera. Well done. Let me say that for you. Hello. I didn't want to seem rude there, Hera, but I think we were singing the wrong bit of the song at the wrong bit of the music.
I think, yeah,
but you were awesome.
I know I wasn't.
No, but you know what I love is that you just give it the welly even though you know you're a bit rubbish. It's great.
I know.
It's true.
Aww.
We're all thinking
I knew you guys were gonna laugh, but I still thought, why not just
We didn't really laugh. We were there with you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Are you
feeling
all right?
much better.
It's funny, isn't it? You kind of get a chance through the other show to relax a bit, unwind a bit, and then we get the real Hera now.
I think, yeah, the real thing that I needed to know was that people do not hate me.
Yeah.
That was more than enough when I found that out.
No, but Hera, I've got to say this to you. They've been... There have been around 200 Big Brother housemates in the past few years. You are the least memorable of them all. What did you do? You did nothing in the house at all.
She ate the cake, John. She ate the cake. It was amazing.
5.5 hours to eat
McCririck, zip it.
Well, no, it's a fact.
It's not a fact. It's your fact. It's your truth.
Go on.
But
What
it
did you
might
do
not
in
be
the house?
yours.
What did you do?
I was just myself in there, the way I am at home as well.
Yay. Matthew, you got a question?
A question for Hera.
Hera.
How much of a wanker do you think John is?
No way.
You see, you can't not be nice. You can't not be nice.
He's older than me. I respect him and I love him.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? But you were a lovely girl, but on your audition tape, you came over as sparky, as lots to give. In the house, you were anonymous.
Yeah, that's a
Because I
valuable
didn't want to fight. I didn't want to backbite bitch about people at all.
Had you seen Big Brother before? Had you watched previous series?
Big Brother Celebrity Big Brother, the last one, not before that.
I mean, did you find living in that house hard? What were the hard points for you?
I enjoyed each bit of it. They were all very nice to me. Maybe Lisa and B would fight, other people would fight, but they never fought with me.
But that's because you're impossible to fight with.
Yes.
Because you could say something nasty and you just say something nice back. It's. I mean, that's not an insult. It's a compliment.
You're
It
a
means...
nice person. That's your trouble.
Has anybody got a question for Hera in the audience? Yeah.
I'd like to ask Hera, do you ever get angry or upset at all?
Sometimes I do. And if I even want to cry, what I try to do is I try to solve matters instead of making them complicated. So even if I'm really angry with somebody, I would go to the toilet, cry and everything, and then think of a solution. And I would just not rush into conclusions and, start hating the person.
Reminds me of a bit?
Who?
LaToya. Do you know, there's that same pacifist... Oh, sorry. Pretend I never said it. Who does Hera remind you of?
She reminds me of Joy Jackson.
Yes, that's amazing. That's fantastic. Has anybody... Yes, sorry, you've got a question.
She's so nice because she's been living in Dublin for such a long time, and the Irish has rubbed off her. Absolutely.
Yeah, I live in Dublin, yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
but you
just tell
didn't
me,
form
wait.
any relationships. You didn't get close to anyone in the house. You were outside everybody.
No, she did
I was
forge
with
friendships.
everybody,
But no,
yeah,
she didn't.
and
You
they were
didn't forge
also-
special friendships. You were friends with everyone.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
friends with.
Now-
I didn't want to be somebody who's just sticking to one person and hating another. I wanted
What about?
to be nice to everybody and be friends with all of them.
Can I just ask you one thing about
Sure.
living in that house?
Yeah.
As far as not to do with the personalities of the housemates, what was the hardest thing about being in the house? About being locked away? About the television, the books? What for you was the hardest bit?
I didn't find anything hard. I loved each minute of it in there.
Okay, this
I'm
is
not
going to be
kidding.
a very hard interview. I'm not buying this. You can't possibly.
Promise. I just loved it so much. For me, it was so surreal.
You must
that
hate
boys.
someone or something.
come on.
You must.
Go on, boys.
Did you ever feel at all tempted to sit outside at the bus stop and just smoke and fags and
Yes.
moan like Lisa? Just give it all up and just sit there smoking and moaning all
I'll
day.
tell you what I missed: the clock, the watch.
Yes, there you go. She missed the clock. It's okay. It's okay.
Answer my question, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Did you, oh yes, go on, Ems.
Now, you don't live in this country, do you?
No.
So, did you learn anything about this country from being in the house?
The people were so nice to me.
Oh, no.
They were.
Oh, I can't bear it.
She's going to have a surprise when she watches it back and she sees all the
I
backstabbing.
cannot be somebody that I'm not. This
No,
is me, you know, so...
Hera, we're just teasing you. We totally know that. Touch me, you're lovely.
Thanks,
Okay,
Davina.
now, listen, when I was a young boy growing up on the mean streets of South Central Los Angeles, my grandmother told me two things. Never let a biatch near your Benjamins, and never, ever trust a hippie.
It's degrading. If it's alive, I can't eat it.
Day 2, and after David's efforts yesterday,
Believe me, if there was something wrong, you'd be the last person I'd want to tell.
it's now Bee's turn to impress.
I quite like shit food.
So let's take a look at Bee's menu. Kicking off, a cold salad of needless drama.
I think you're a bully, Dave.
I'm not a fucking...
Oh dear, let's hope a main course goes down better. Next up, one battered ego served with some crocodile tears.
You've really upset me. Really upset. No need to be mean.
Come on, Bee, you can do better than this. And to round things off, it's Bee's I'm the Victim pudding.
I've been nothing but
can't
nice
believe we
to
don't
him. Oh, Marcus, he's horrible.
Oh no, that's awful. Let's see what her guests make of it.
Peacock! I'm in a bar. Awful, look. Awful.
That's all right, man. You can do it. You're a soldier.
Tastes like death.
Tomorrow night, it's Lisa's turn.
Lisa, who I gave loads of cigarettes to yesterday, will now not even swap me for her Frosties.
But I love Frosties, but I don't like anything else.
Frosties. I love that. So, Hera, did you think that Bee was a troublemaker?
No. I did find it funny when people were just fighting over Frosties. It was funny for me because I was like, it's just Frosties, you know? Like with me, I mean, I was just like, if it was maybe once if I said no to somebody for Frosties, or I would simply swap it. I remember on the same day, like, you know, there were 2 boxes left in the end, and I picked up both. Freddie came in. There were Cocoa Pops, I think, or some cornflakes in one, and the other one I really liked. I took that. Freddie came, I gave him cornflakes, but then I stopped and I asked him, you can even watch that. I asked him, I was like, Freddie, which ones do you like better? And he's like, those. So I
you
just gave them to him.
him.
Yeah, and I just took
because it's not a big
cornflakes.
deal to you. But do you know what I loved? I loved Lisa when she went, but I love Frosties. I don't like anything else. Like, of course I've got to have them. It was just the audacity of being asked to share them. And also it's that thing of it's a conditional swap. If I've given you tobacco, you have to give me the Frosties. John, what do you think of Bee?
Oh, well, Bee, she's taken over from Noreen, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And the whole trouble is she is a something teaser, as we all know. She's had about 50 various people. Good luck to her there. But I just feel so sad here. We've got Hera here. Hera, no one did hear you. The whole thing is like you are now. You're fantastic. Isn't she fantastic? If she had been like this in the house, you'd have been top of the pops. It'd have been voted
But
for
I
you.
also
What
think,
happened to you?
Matthew,
I think B was right to bring Lisa up on that whole issue. I thought it was really good on it, and I think.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think. Hold it, Kennedy. You've had your time. You've had your time.
Go
write a book or something.
Because I completely.
No, she should have done that. And Lisa, I think she's really shot herself in the foot because she's become really, really grumpy. She's got some serial issues. I'm really sorry about that show. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I've got a question here for Hera.
So, would you go back into the house and put yourself through it all again if you had the chance to?
I wouldn't mind.
Would you change anything?
Yeah, but you'd change this time. You'd do it differently this time, wouldn't you?
No, I would.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Go on. What do we want from our perfect housemate?
Private house. I was going to ask a separate question, but I was going to say, now that you're out of the house, are you going to release a Keep Fit DVD? Because you're moving.
Oh my God! Stand up. Let's all do it. And step this way. Oh my God! It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I'm feeling fit. That was a very good question. Thank you for that. No, but listen, B. OK, let's discuss B again. I mean, are you, the journalists, are you interested in B as a wonderful housemate that's bringing such great aggravation and...
Well, I mean, in terms of the show, it's absolutely brilliant that she's in and she should be kept
And as
in
a
because
new
she is the
housemate.
force of evil in the house.
I don't think she's evil. I actually just think that she is intelligent and she's just trying to get her point across. I know that kind of annoys you.
But she hates women.
I know.
She hates Noreen. She hates Lisa. She turns on her own.
I think she's just clever. I think it'd be a cold day in hell if every woman was like the kind of woman that you want, you satanic womble. Like, apart from that, no, I like B. I actually do.
I think there's
and I think that people are quite scared of women that have got an opinion.
Yes.
I think.
But don't you think, Grace, to stick up for Emma here, that the thing about B is that she does have an opinion. We value women with opinions, but then she gives her opinion, she walks away, and just as everything's died down, she comes back and she starts it again. Let it go. Let it lie.
She drops accusations. She accuses people of doing things, and then goes, "But why are you upset with me?" But also, the worst thing I think she does is that she looks down on people who aren't as clever as her,
and
thinks that they
But
have
that's
nothing to offer.
That's so easy to do in the house.
She is.
It's so easy.
And what happened when David apologised to her? Look how she took it. Wasn't she revolting then? David apologised.
Yes, yes.
She really was.
Yes.
That was awful.
Yes, listen, I could talk about B for the whole evening, but we've got to take time for a quick little break. Why not use this time to reflect on the year of your life that you've wasted laughing at Willy jokes or smelling your own farts? And then tune in for more Big Mouth, where we'll be holding a serious and informed debate about danger wanking. Just after this message from our sponsors.
Feeling horny?
Yeah.
Need some hot, steamy action?
Of course, I can masturbate easily.
Then this yummy brummy can't wait to talk dirty just for you.
I could do it in that bed without even the fucking sheets moving. Could be having loads of sex now. Doggy style, grabbing the tits. I do everything.
This filthy minx wants you to come now.
We can wank here, we can wank there.
And remember,
it's great, I love it.
Lisa comes with a guarantee.
Oh, I love it.
No fizz, no fee. Call now.
Oh, I'd love a fucking wank now.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Big Mouth! Gorgeous Matthew Horn, Hera and John McCririck. We love him and these extraterrestrials, yeah. Now, when you look back at the history of Big Brother, all the best arguments seem to happen, don't they, when the housemates are in fancy dress. It's almost like the humiliation of fully grown adults being forced to wear silly clothes and do degrading tasks just brings out the very worst in them. And this week we saw an absolute corker when tempers exploded during the Alice in Wonderland task. We've got ringside seats. Check out the action.
In a city on the edge of chaos, where crime is out of control.
Huh? Food banditry going on.
Fat fucker. Justice comes in the form of Fat Man and his Brummy sidekick bird, Robin. And they're up against pure evil.
Oh, you're making me calm. Oh, I love it. Nah, Lisa's up for eviction.
Get out my face.
Fuck it, I'm a big deal. I don't understand why you've decided you don't like me.
Because you take the slightest problem and make it into a big firework.
I will introduce him to fucking Sergeant Bash.
Well, I think you're a fucking fat. Kiss my fucking ass, knobhead.
What can you offer?
This is awesome. I'm not fat, I'm just 32 waist. That's not fat, is it?
No.
I love that. I'm a 32-inch waist. I love that. I'm a 32-inch waist. That's not bad, is it? Listen, is there a divide in the house? Did you feel it? Are there teams, camps?
I think, yeah.
And what would you say they are? Who's in which camp?
I think like Lisa, Dave, and what do you call Dogface, Charlie. I think Charlie and Rodrigo, they're sort of like neutral people, and then on the other side you have like Sebastian, Marcus, and B and Freddie. It's sort of like that, yeah.
Do you like it when they argue?
I like it when they argue because I live on my own and I don't get to do much arguing, so I can kind of do that vicariously. So if I want to argue...
Do you shout at the telly?
No, I dress up as John and shout at the mirror. So, yeah, I like to see it. I like to see it happening.
I mean, I know that when you were in the house, there were plenty of arguments and you were usually at the centre of them. But what's that like? Why is it such a pressure cooker?
Well, you do forget, there's no question, you say the cameras are on and all the time, you do forget the boredom goes on and on and on.
Yes.
Caprice in the house, the ghastly woman she is. And you really do, Jackie Stallone, the Great Dane, I call her the meringue, that Bridget Nielsen, those kind of people. Do you know, when I was in the house, they were all planning to meet a couple of days afterwards for a get-together. I said, I never want to see any of you ever again. I wouldn't want to see them. They all wanted to see me, of course, but I don't know.
So, audience. Here, listen, who do you think the biggest cause of the arguments now? Well, that's a no-brainer. Everybody just says B.
Definitely B. She's very, very childish. Very
but what
childish.
about David? Does anybody think that David was in the wrong?
No, definitely not.
No, go on.
I know we've talked a lot about B tonight, but the problem that I have is that she explains something and then kind of has a go at people, and then when they go back at her, she denies everything and plays the victim in it. And it's fair enough if she wants to bitch about people, but she should be honest with it and just tell them that's what she says.
What she does, I think she does actually generally bitch about somebody behind their back and then goes and tells them to their face, which makes her think that she's not being two-faced. But what I find hard is when she'll have a chat with somebody in the kitchen, and then she'll walk into the full bedroom and go, "You'll never guess what? Lisa has just you know." What about Halfwit? Because Halfwit suddenly found his...
The way she's treating Halfwit is disgraceful.
No, but wait, what about Halfwit?
Luring him on, teasing him on, and then dropping him. Poor Halfwit.
But no, poor Halfwit this week, he suddenly found a voice.
Yeah.
What's happened to Halfwit?
Halfwit's found some confidence from somewhere. He's, like, sure that he's not going to be voted out ever, and I don't think he should be like that. And the way he was egging on Lisa, come on, that was like...
How did you feel about Halfwit and that laughing, that kind of maniacal laughing? Because it was hard to watch, I thought.
Disappointed, because I loved him, and then all of a sudden he turns into this Joker.
But why has he turned into the Joker? Why do we think that's happening, Boyd?
9 weeks of living with the evil, demented bint Lisa
Yes.
has driven him.
Yes.
So he's had to keep it all in, and she's been constantly having a go with him. She hates him because he's a bit eccentric and intelligent.
He's a toff.
Yeah, he's a toff as well, and she hates him all for these reasons. And it all exploded in that moment of dementia. It was brilliant.
Does
Fantastic.
that make it acceptable?
No, I disagree with
Yeah, I thought it did make it acceptable. I thought it was just lovely to see him just let all that tension go and say it. And yeah, he did go a bit too far, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
and
it was a
funny.
release
The
of
thing is,
tension, I can see it.
Lisa needs to leave the house. That's the
Oh,
thing.
yes. Yeah.
Lisa needs.
What do you think of Lisa?
I think there is a very distinct class divide in the house, and I think it's very obvious. And I think that B and Halfwit are taking this sort of moral high ground over those, over Lisa and David. And I think if you're clever and intelligent and articulate, then you shouldn't, you know, take advantage of people who don't have as good social skills as you do, or communication skills.
Actually, I think David, when he wants to, he's brilliant at getting his point across, actually. Now, in between all the arguments we've seen going off this week, there have been some occasional flashes of love. And not just any old regular love. Indeed, we've seen the blossoming of an international love affair. Anyone want to see a Geordie have a Brazilian? Then check out the man-on-man kissing World Cup.
2009 man-on-man kissing World Cup. England versus Brazil. Round one, let's do this. Oh, Charlie, the boy, he's going in for... No. Good defensive move there from the Brazil. Oh, my God, classic nose touch. Tongue action, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Do I not like that? Let's take a look again. Classic move from the little Brazilian. Round two, here we go. Laying low. The little Brazilian goes in for some duvet. Under the duvet. The boy's got game. He's got game. He's got offside. Referee. Get your eyes tested. Round three. Oh, what's going on here? Slow start. The boy from Newcastle's gone in there. The boy from Newcastle's gone right in. Oh, some kind of half Nelson. And the Brazilian's turned him. He's turned him. Learned everything he knows on the mean streets of Rio. And what's going on here? He's lost it. He's absolutely lost it. Out of control. Throwing it away. Here's our champion. Representing England. Charlie's done good, living the dream.
So, John, you went to boarding school. Bring back any memories?
Well, I went to boarding school when I was 6. 18-year-olds were beating me. It made me the man I am. All children should go to boarding school. They seriously should. Learn self-sufficiency, not to rely on anybody else, to stand up for yourself. Boarding school is fantastic.
But 6 is a bit young, but we'll have to have that
And there
chat
wasn't
another
Charlie
time.
magnificent in the way he apologised and everything, and Rodrigo, for the first time, the mask has slipped. I thought he would win until tonight.
No.
The mask has slipped from... He is too much like Ronaldo. He looks like Ronaldo. He's got the temper of Ronaldo. He'll start winking next.
Listen, Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew, what do you think?
About...
Would you go gay for any... Sorry, would you go gay for any of the housemates?
For any of the housemates? If we strapped a cock on Hera, would that count?
No.
OK.
Any of the blokes?
I'd have to say probably Halfwit.
Halfwit? What do you like about Halfwit?
I would love to wipe that grin off his face, even if it meant using my penis.
That's a nice touch. Listen, Charlie Rodrigo, is it real? I am convinced that it... Go on, look, over here, you're just shaking your head vehemently over here. Go on, why not?
To be honest, I'm just finding Rodrigo such a player. Charlie, Charlie's been Charlie and Rodrigo's like, go away. You can't do that. Live a little. You're in the house for Pete's sake. Have a bit of fun, don't...
But deep down, you can see they like each other a little bit, though. Look, the kiss under the blanket.
Do you think it's a bit of sexual frustration?
Of course there is. They both want to get it on with each other. The cameras are watching, so they can be a bit shy. That's it, really.
But what about the thing of Rodrigo? Charlie's tried many times to do this kind of thing to Rodrigo, and he knows that Rodrigo doesn't like it. Anyway, listen, time now for one last break. So why not use this time to write a lovely letter to the Queen on a blackboard, or you could just sit there with a daft look on your face wondering where your next bag of scampi fries is coming from. The choice is entirely yours. Watch this advert and I'll see you in a bit.
You're not needy. I love that you call me 25 times a day. I like being checked up on.
Thanks for throwing my porn collection away. I've been meaning to do that for ages.
Seriously, if you want to stop shaving for a couple of months, that's fine. I much prefer a fuller bush.
Don't worry about it. I never really enjoyed blowjobs anyway.
You're right. I really should think about having a penis enlargement.
Get the Minx effect. get hypnotised by Noreen.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Big Mouth with Matthew Horn, Hera and John McCririck. And this bunch of fun-ass bitches is the Big Mouth audience. Give yourself a round of applause. Now look, some of you sat at home, you know, probably wondering, hey, where's Brian Bellow? Well, you're probably thinking he's in Faces nightclub, slow dancing with Bianca Gascoigne. You know, is he in his caravan fingering his favourite comic book? Well, let me assure you, you were all very worried there for a minute, weren't you? Let me assure you he's not doing either of those things because he's right here where he belongs in the Big Mouth studio! Now, do you remember this week when David was sick through his nose?
That was rank.
Yeah, it was rank. Doing that task. And, you know, I did think just one thing when I saw that. I thought, Bellow!
Whoop, whoop, it's all right being game, though, but I've got to admit, this is more scary than the Mankini.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah,
this could potentially be really bad. Now, listen, we've created a special Big Mouth version of this task just for our lovely Brian. So, could you please lift up cloche number 1?
Thank you.
Right, in front of you is a special tart. Now,
like
in the Big
tarts.
Brother house, this tart was full of wasabi sauce, but actually your tart is full of John McCririck's special gentleman's sauce.
Thank you, McCririck. I feel privileged.
OK, please remove cloche number 2. In the Big Brother house, they had head cheese, but you've got John McCririck's special head cheese.
That's just mean.
Number 3. In the Big Brother house, they had pig's eyeballs, but you've got John McCririck's actual balls. They haven't been emptied since 1984.
Oh, don't worry, McCririck, I'll give you a good helping, son.
And in the Big Brother house, the 4th tart contains pigtails. Let's have a look.
Oh, I like them.
We just thought, you know, we were going to get you to eat McCririck's tail, but even by our standards, we thought that was just a step too far, so we've actually given you nice and fondant, so that's quite nice. But anyway, what we want you to do, right, is eat all 4 tarts. You've got a minute to do it, and we will give you an awesome prize of a bin full of skips. And just in case, we have actually provided Brian with a sick bucket. So, yeah, Brian, good luck. Go!
Thank you.
Oh, I'm about to have a moment myself. Hold on. Brian, these are for you. Well done.
Wow!
I'm going to reverse backwards.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah.
It actually smells totally rancid. Now, watching Brian eat all that exotic food has made me really, really need a holiday. If only I knew where to go.
Yorkshire, home to Parky, Gareth Gates and Peter Sutcliffe. Proper, honest, decent folk.
Hello, big brother.
With a great sense of humour.
I'll rip your cock off then. He went, me not got no cock. He went, how'd you fucking piss? Then he went, blah.
Where people make time for each other.
Let's all sit down like proper adults and have a proper experience of our lifetimes.
Where people are generous.
Help a lesbian couple as well. Have a child. I would. But then again, I would have to not know him.
Where people are tolerant.
I live next door to a Muslim family.
Where people are healthy.
The only exercise I do really is smoking. Fucking hell, I'm knackered.
You'll find fabulous food. but all that tasty grub can cause a few problems.
Can't go for a shit.
Come to Yorkshire.
It's only boring if you make it boring.
David then. Now listen, Matthew, who do you want to see go next?
Who do I want to see go next?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, who do you want to see go next?
I want to see Lisa go next.
Why's that?
She's just getting really grumpy and annoying. I liked her when she first went in, but she's just getting really grumpy and whining.
And a bit frustrated, methinks, as well.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Did you think somebody had a lucky escape tonight?
Well, Lisa, she's like a spider. She entraps people at the bus stop. She smokes like a furnace. She's got that ghastly Brummie accent. All she does, plot, scheme, backstab. No, it's true. Backstabbing everybody.
Now, stop.
sh-
I'll get me back.
Oh, she is.
Brilliant.
She's absolutely appalling woman. Appalling.
And what about a winner? Can you see a clear winner for you?
Well, I thought Rodrigo until tonight. When he lost
come
his
on.
rag
He only
tonight.
lost
No,
his
people don't like
temper.
that. Charlie behaved so well. I think Charlie is now the front runner because he's not offending anyone. He's helpful around the house. So I think Charlie will win.
Yeah. So, audience, are you actually agreeing with the McCrick? Okay, go on, something. Shivash.
Dogface.
It's got to be halfway.
So you still like halfway?
Halfway, yeah. He's got to marry my sister.
Okay, he's going to marry... Where is your sister? Where? Who? Go on, you're going to marry Halfwit? Is that it? Okay. And who else? Who else is in the house that we think is going to win? Rodrigo, Siavash, Dogface. What about Dogface? There must be some Dogface fans.
She's amazing. She hasn't done anything to offend anybody. She's hilarious when she's drunk.
And what about David? I mean, David's been in there. Yes.
Yorkshire lad.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to... What do you... And he seems like a nice guy. He's with Lisa. I know lots of people don't like him.
He says what he thinks, doesn't he? When stood up to Marcus and...
Has nobody seen, because I've seen a slightly softer side to Lisa this week, and now that the most of the house are kind of going against her, it's kind of mellowed her out a bit. She's not as powerful anymore. She's a bit more vulnerable. Boyd, who do you think's going to win?
I still think it's between Rodrigo and Siavash for me. I agree with you. One outburst tonight, one hissy fit, and there'll be more. But I think they're both the kind of most genuinely decent, deep down, decent people.
It reminds me of Nadia a bit.
Yeah,
you know, wear
a
your
little
heart
bit.
on your sleeve and have a complete
exactly.
history.
Did you see what the Daily Star said about Siavash? That they described the caterpillar tusk, and a caterpillar is a hairy creature, it's very immature and can't have sex. So that was how they described Siavash. I think it sums him up. Hairy creature, immature.
Let's not talk about these.
I would love Rodrigo to win. I just love him. He can't do any wrong
What
in my
happened
eyes.
tonight?
I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, he couldn't do wrong in my eyes. I'm just saying that.
like
And
him,
with Siavash, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually won, because I think he's been to a very, very low point after the thing that happened with Noreen.
And if he comes back...
And he's such a charismatic person, and he's like, he's not attractive, but he is attractive.
Yes.
And he's just a big personality, and he can kind of convince people.
He's
and,
still not quite
he's
back to normal
fanciable,
again.
and I think that he's quite a cool person.
There is one dark horse, isn't there, Emma Kennedy? Emma Kennedy knows the dark horse.
Quick, very quickly.
Dogface, watch out.
OK, now, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for tonight. Massive, massive thanks to Matthew Horn, Hera, John McCrick, our gorgeous studio audience. Make sure you join us next week. And his spam javelin. Make sure you join us next week, straight after the eviction show at 11:05 for more Big Mouth weirdness.
It's here!
Here to play us out with his dope new single, Who's That? Is the brilliant Trip. Peace in the Middle East. See you next week.
Look at his mugshot, he looks like he's been mugged off. Woken up at night by the guard dogs, plus he got a pile of old broken alarm clocks. I can't even be bothered to read a book, to write clean or to cook. I feel like I'm Steve McQueen on foot. Look in my cupboard's nothing but cheese and custard. My feet reek like Dijon mustard. So who's that sitting at the bus stop? Why does mum's dog takes a pee on his Dunlops? I lost my cherry to the solo in November rain. I'll always die hard cause I'm John McClane. So So come on, traffic lights, go green. Come on, STD, just be clean. Pretty please, Mr. Washing Machine, do your thing and take them funny stains off of my jeans. So come on, mum, just leave that brick. Come on, sis, at least for a bit. In school, I was cool with geography and punch-ups. Picked on by the boy with the for my lunchbox. Who's that sitting at the bus stop? Look at his mugshot. He looks like he's been mugged off. Woken up at night by the guard dogs. Plus he got a pile of old broken alarm clocks. Who's that sitting at the bus stop? Look at his mugshot. He looks like he's been mugged off. Woken up at night by the guard dogs. Plus he got a pile of old broken alarm clocks. Hey yo, I stuffed down a big fat breakfast fit for a builder. The waitress here could make my bed rock like Wilma. So when I dust, I tip a couple of silvers. But I ain't got a chance, man. She looks like a film star. One fine day I'll be a wealthy fellow, and then my piss streak will be a healthy yellow. But until then it's just me and my neighbour's cello. Don't put your drinks on the table, here's my demo. Who's that sitting at the bus stop? Look at his mugshot. He looks like he's been mugged off. Woken up at night by the guard dogs. Plus he got a pile of old broken alarm.